Learning English can feel very hard sometimes. You try to study, but your mind feels busy and distracted. You listen to a lesson, but soon forget the words. You speak, but your sentences feel slow or wrong. Many learners feel frustrated, tired, or stuck. You are not alone. Most people try to learn English in a chaotic way. They study a little, then stop. They forget what they learned. They feel anxious about mistakes. This can make English feel like a mountain too high to climb. But imagine a different way. Imagine learning English with a calm and focused mind. Imagine feeling confident when you listen and speak. Imagine making progress every day, step by step. This is possible. The secret is not only grammar or vocabulary. The secret is self-control and mental calmness. When your mind is calm, your memory improves. You can focus better on listening. You can speak more clearly. You make fewer mistakes because your brain works with you, not against you. In this video, we will explore exactly how to do this. You will learn practical ways to stay calm, control your habits, and practice English in a focused way. We will show small exercises, stories, and tips that you can use every day. By the end, you will see that learning English is not only possible, it can also be enjoyable. If you follow these steps, chaos turns into order, confusion turns into clarity, and slow progress turns into steady success. Let's begin this journey together and see how a calm mind can help you win at English. Section 1. Why most English learners struggle. Many learners feel stuck when learning English. They study hard but do not see progress. They try many lessons, but the words and grammar do not stay in their mind. This is normal. It does not mean you are bad at English. It means your learning methods may not match how the brain works best. One common problem is lack of focus. You may try to study while watching TV, using your phone, or thinking about other problems. When your attention is divided, your brain cannot remember words or rules. For example, Maria, a student from Spain, spent 1 hour watching a grammar video while checking messages. Afterward, she could not remember the main points. She felt frustrated and thought, "I am not good at English." But the problem was not her ability, it was lack of focus. Another common struggle is fear of speaking. Many learners worry about making mistakes. They stay quiet in class or avoid conversations online. This stops practice, and speaking skills do not improve. James, from Brazil, avoided speaking for months. He knew the words but could not form sentences in real life. He felt stuck and embarrassed. A third problem is forgetting vocabulary. Some learners try to memorize long word lists in one day. They spend hours cramming, but after a few days, the words vanish from memory. This method is tiring and discouraging. It makes learners feel like they are wasting time. Finally, inconsistent practice is a major reason for slow progress. Many people study a little, then take long breaks. Their learning feels like a cycle. Start, stop, forget, repeat. This creates stress and lowers motivation. The good news is that all these problems have solutions. Instead of multitasking, you can study in short, focused sessions. Instead of fearing mistakes, you can speak in small steps and celebrate small wins. Instead of cramming, you can learn words in context, little by little. Instead of being inconsistent, you can build simple daily habits. Contrast shows the difference clearly. Before, life feels chaotic and English feels impossible. After using mindful, structured study, learning becomes manageable and even enjoyable. Small changes in focus, courage, memory, and habits make a big difference. Think of it like a river. Scattered attention is like many small streams, weak and slow. Focused learning is like one strong river flowing steadily to its goal. Many learners also underestimate the power of mindset. When you feel frustrated, you may stop learning or compare yourself to others. This stops progress faster than any grammar mistake. Understanding why you struggle is the first step to change. When you see your patterns, you can choose new ways to learn. You can replace passive, chaotic methods with active, focused practice. This is not only about learning English, It is about learning better habits, self-discipline, and confidence. Next, we will explore how a calm mind can support your learning, making all these changes easier and faster. By understanding your struggles and creating a plan, you move from feeling stuck to feeling in control. Every learner can do this. It takes awareness, small steps, and patience. But the results are powerful. Faster memory, clearer speaking, and more confidence. From chaos to focus, from fear to courage, from forgetfulness to lasting knowledge, you can start this journey today. Section 2. The power of a calm mind. Have you ever tried to remember a word but your mind feels crowded and busy? This happens to many learners. When your mind is stressed or distracted, it is like a pond with ripples everywhere. Every small thought or worry makes learning harder. You forget words, mix up grammar, and feel tired quickly. But when your mind is calm, it is like a still lake. Everything becomes clearer. You see the words, the sounds, and the meaning more easily. Calmness helps your memory. When you study with a quiet mind, your brain can store new words and grammar for longer. For example, Li, a learner from China, practiced listening after a short meditation. She found she could remember new sentences more easily than before. Calmness also improves listening. When your mind is noisy, you may miss important words or sounds. When your mind is calm, you can hear words clearly, even in fast speech. You notice small details like pronunciation and rhythm, which make speaking more accurate. Speaking is also easier with calmness. When you are anxious, you may stumble, pause too much, or avoid speaking. But with a calm mind, words flow naturally. You can form sentences without panic. This shows that emotional self-control is as important as vocabulary or grammar. You may know many words, but stress can stop you from using them. On the other hand, a calm learner with fewer words can speak clearly and confidently. How can we create a calm mind? One simple way is to take deep breaths before starting a lesson. Even 1 minute of slow breathing reduces tension and improves focus. Another way is short mindfulness exercises. Notice your thoughts without judgment and gently return your attention to your lesson. This small practice makes your brain ready to learn. You can also organize study sessions in short, focused blocks. When your study time is planned, your mind does not wander. Contrast shows the power clearly. A distracted mind wastes effort, repeats mistakes, and feels frustrated. A calm mind learns faster, remembers more, and speaks with confidence. Calmness is not only a tool for studying, it is a tool for life. When you control your emotions, you control your learning. You can face challenges with patience. You can listen carefully, speak clearly, and enjoy the process. The calm mind is like a strong foundation. Everything you learn, every word and sentence builds on this base. Without calmness, even the best materials are hard to use. With calmness, even simple exercises bring big results. In the next sections, we will learn how to use this calm mind to create focus, improve speaking, and remember more vocabulary. By practicing emotional control, you are not just learning English, you are training your brain for success. Step by step, you move from stress and distraction to focus, clarity, and confidence. And this calm mind will make every lesson more effective, every conversation more confident, and every word easier to remember. Section 3. Mindset Makeover. Your mind is very powerful. The way you think about learning English can make a big difference in your progress. Many learners have what we call a fixed mindset. They say things like, "I am bad at English," or "I will never be fluent." This kind of thinking stops you from trying new things. It makes mistakes feel like failure. It makes learning stressful and discouraging. On the other hand, learners with a growth mindset believe they can improve with practice and patience. They say, "I can get better if I study every day," or "Mistakes help me learn." This mindset changes everything. When you believe you can grow, you try more, speak more, and enjoy the learning process. Let's look at an example. Sarah, from Egypt, always thought she was bad at speaking. She avoided talking to classmates and practiced very little. Her English stayed slow, and she became frustrated. Then she tried a growth mindset. She told herself, I can improve with small steps every day. She started speaking one sentence at a time and recorded her voice. Slowly, she noticed improvement. Her confidence grew, and speaking became easier and even fun. A growth mindset does not mean you will be perfect. It means you focus on effort, progress, and learning from mistakes. You can use simple daily affirmations to strengthen this mindset. For example, say to yourself, I can improve a little every day, or mistakes help me learn. Repeat these statements before practice or whenever you feel frustrated. Another practical tip is to set small goals. Instead of trying to speak perfectly, aim to say 5 new sentences today. Celebrate small wins like remembering a word or finishing a listening exercise. These small victories show your brain that effort leads to progress. Mindset also affects confidence in listening and speaking. When you believe you can grow, you pay more attention, try harder, and take risks. When you have a fixed mindset, fear of mistakes blocks learning. Contrast makes it clear. Fixed mindset learners feel stuck and anxious. Growth mindset learners feel motivated and ready to practice. You can also combine mindset with calmness from the last section. A calm mind helps you focus. A growth mindset helps you keep trying. Together, they make learning English faster and more enjoyable. Try this exercise today. Write one sentence about your English goal, then repeat a positive affirmation 3 times. Even small steps like this train your mind for success. Remember, mindset is not just a mental trick. It shapes your daily habits, your courage to speak, your focus on listening, and your ability to remember words. Every time you choose growth over fixed thinking, you give yourself a better chance to succeed. Start now and notice how your confidence and English skills begin to grow every day. Section 4. Practical self-control techniques. Learning English is not only about grammar or vocabulary, it is also about self-control. Self-control means managing your focus, habits, and time so you can learn efficiently. Many learners struggle because they multitask or procrastinate. They try to study while checking their phone, chatting, or watching videos. This makes learning slow and frustrating. You may study for 1 hour, but the results are small. Your mind is scattered and words disappear quickly. On the other hand, learners with self-control use structured routines. They plan their study time, focus deeply, and track their progress. This makes every minute count. One practical technique is time blocking. This means scheduling short, focused study sessions. For example, study English for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. During this time, put your phone away, close other tabs, and focus only on English. You can use a timer to help. Even short, focused sessions are more effective than long, distracted hours. Another technique is focused listening sessions. Instead of playing English audio in the background, listen actively. Choose a short dialogue or podcast. Listen carefully to every word and try to repeat sentences. You can pause, rewind, and write down new words. After just 10 to 15 minutes of focused listening, your comprehension improves. Mindfulness exercises also help. Before studying, take 1 or 2 minutes to breathe deeply and clear your mind. Notice your thoughts, but do not follow them. Bring your attention back to the lesson. This small practice reduces stress and improves memory. A fourth technique is habit tracking. Keep a simple journal or calendar to record your daily practice. Write down what you studied, how long, and what you learned. Seeing your progress motivates you to continue. Even small steps like learning 5 words a day add up over time. Let's look at an example. Ravi, from India, often studied while scrolling social media. He felt tired and forgot most words. Then he tried time blocking and habit tracking. He studied for 25 minutes, focused only on English, and recorded each session. After 2 weeks, he noticed he remembered more vocabulary and spoke more confidently. Contrast is clear. Before, he wasted time and felt frustrated. After, he felt control and steady progress. Here is a simple step-by-step exercise to try today. Step 1. Choose one topic or skill to study, like listening or speaking. Step 2. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Step 3. Focus only on this task, no distractions. Step 4. Take a 5-minute break and relax. Step 5. Record what you studied in a journal or app. Step 6. Repeat for another session if you feel motivated. These small steps build discipline. Over time, your brain learns to focus naturally. Self-control also reduces anxiety. When you know exactly what to do and when, you feel less overwhelmed. You can see progress clearly, which motivates you to continue. Contrast again shows the difference. Multitasking learners feel exhausted and stuck. Learners with structured routines feel calm, confident, and in control. Another tip is to mix short exercises into your day. For example, repeat new words while waiting for a bus, or describe your surroundings in English for 2 minutes. These small habits make English practice consistent without feeling heavy. Finally, combine these techniques. Start with one 25-minute session, a short mindfulness exercise, and habit tracking. Gradually increase time or add speaking exercises. You do not need perfection. Focus on consistency. Even 10 to 15 minutes of calm, focused practice daily is better than 1 hour of chaotic study. Remember, self-control is like training a muscle. At first it feels hard, but with small, daily exercises it becomes easier and natural. Your focus improves, your memory strengthens, and your English grows steadily. By using time blocking, focused listening, mindfulness, and habit tracking, you take control of your learning. You move from distraction and procrastination to calm, structured, and productive study. This is a key step toward becoming a confident, fluent English speaker. Section 5. Listening skills through calm focus. Listening is one of the most important skills in learning English. Many learners feel frustrated because they cannot understand spoken English, even after studying for months. The reason is often how they listen, not how much. Many learners practice passive listening. They play English audio in the background while doing other tasks, like checking their phone or cooking. The brain hears the words, but it does not fully process them. As a result, vocabulary is forgotten, pronunciation is unclear, and comprehension remains low. Imagine trying to catch raindrops with a sieve. Many words slip away and you feel like nothing sticks. In contrast, active listening makes learning much more effective. Active listening is calm, focused, and deliberate. It means paying full attention to the words, sounds, and meaning. For example, choose a short graded reader dialogue. Listen carefully to each sentence. Pause after a sentence. Repeat it out loud. Notice how the words are pronounced, where the stress falls, and the rhythm of the sentence. Write down new words or phrases. Then, listen again. This repetition helps your brain store the words in long-term memory. Let's take a short example. A dialogue from a graded reader. Teacher: Good morning, Alex. How are you today? Alex: I am fine, thank you. And you? Teacher: I am great. Are you ready for class? Alex: Yes, I am ready. First, listen without reading. Try to catch the words you know. Then, read along slowly and repeat each sentence. Next, cover the text and listen again. Finally, try to speak the dialogue without looking. This step-by-step method helps you internalize vocabulary and pronunciation. Another useful tip is listening in short sessions. 10 to 15 minutes of focused listening is more effective than 1 hour of distracted listening. During the session, eliminate background noise and stay fully present. Mindfulness helps here. Take one deep breath before starting, and gently bring your attention back if your mind wanders. You can also practice listening with notes. Write down important words, phrases, or ideas. Later, try to use these words in your own sentences or in conversations. Contrast makes the effect clear. Passive listeners hear many words but remember few. Active listeners may hear fewer words, but they understand, remember, and can use them. Listening actively also improves speaking. When your brain notices the correct pronunciation and sentence patterns, you naturally imitate them. This makes your speaking sound more natural and fluent. Consistency is key. Practice the same dialogue over several days. Each time you will understand more, remember more words, and speak more confidently. Even if it feels slow at first, calm and deliberate listening gives long-term results. Another tip is to combine listening with daily life. For example, when waiting in line, listen to a short English clip on your phone. Repeat the sentences quietly to yourself. This small habit builds listening skills gradually. Try listening with questions as well. After listening, ask yourself, "What did I hear?" Or, "Which words are new?" Answer in your own words, even in short sentences. This reinforces comprehension and memory. Remember, the calm mind from earlier sections helps here. If your mind is scattered, words vanish quickly. If your mind is calm, you notice details, remember new phrases, and feel confident using them. Over time, active listening becomes easier. You start to recognize common phrases, sentence patterns, and pronunciation naturally. Your comprehension improves, even with faster speech or new speakers. In short, focus on quality, not quantity. 10 minutes of calm, deliberate listening is more powerful than an hour of distracted background listening. Use graded readers, short dialogues, repeated listening, note-taking, and small daily exercises. By practicing in this way, your listening will improve step by step, and your speaking will follow. From passive confusion to active understanding, calm focus turns listening into a powerful tool for learning English. Section 6. Speaking practice without stress. Many learners want to speak English but feel nervous. They worry about mistakes, speaking too fast, or forgetting words. This fear is very common. It can stop you from practicing at all. When you avoid speaking, your progress slows, even if you study grammar and vocabulary every day. A calm mind changes everything. When your mind is calm, you can think clearly and speak more confidently. You are less afraid of mistakes and more willing to try new words and sentences. Imagine your mind like a clear sky. When the sky is clear, you can see everything clearly and move easily. When it is cloudy with stress, everything feels confusing and blocked. One effective technique is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and repeating it immediately, almost at the same time as the speaker. You can use graded readers, dialogues, or podcasts. For example, listen to, "I am going to the market today." Repeat it aloud, trying to copy the pronunciation, rhythm, and stress. Shadowing helps your brain and mouth work together. It also improves your listening and speaking at the same time. Another technique is slow repetition. Do not rush. Say each sentence slowly, clearly, and with attention to every word. For example, "I am going to the market today." Repeating sentences slowly makes it easier to remember words and pronounce them correctly. Many learners speak too fast because they are nervous. Slow repetition helps calm the mind and gives time to think. A third technique is self-recording. Use your phone or computer to record yourself speaking. Listen carefully to your pronunciation and mistakes. Then, try again and notice improvements. Recording lets you track progress and reduces fear because you can practice privately. You can also practice with a partner. Speak with a friend, language partner, or online tutor. Start with short sentences or questions. Gradually, try longer sentences in small conversations. The key is progress over perfection. Do not worry if you make mistakes. Every attempt helps your brain and mouth learn. Here is a simple exercise to try today. Step 1. Choose a short dialogue from a graded reader. Step 2. Listen and repeat each sentence slowly. Step 3. Record yourself speaking the dialogue. Step 4. Listen and repeat again, noticing small improvements. Step 5. Try speaking the dialogue to a friend or language partner. Step 6. Celebrate even small progress, like remembering all the words or speaking more fluently. Contrast shows the power of calmness. Before, learners freeze or speak too fast and feel embarrassed. After using shadowing, slow repetition, and self-recording, learners speak clearly, confidently, and naturally. Another tip is to combine speaking with daily routines. For example, describe your actions while cooking. I am chopping vegetables. I am boiling water. Or describe your surroundings. The sky is blue. The birds are singing. These small exercises train your brain and mouth together. Also, try short daily challenges. Set a timer for 3 minutes and speak only in English. Do not worry about mistakes. Focus on speaking as clearly as you can. Over time, your confidence grows. You will notice you can speak longer sentences without stopping. Your brain starts to form sentences automatically because your mind is calm and focused. Remember, mistakes are not failures. They are steps toward improvement. Every small effort builds muscle memory for speaking. Combine this with calmness and mindfulness from earlier sections. A learner with a calm mind can focus on words, listen carefully, and speak without panic. Speaking becomes enjoyable, not stressful. Even shy or anxious learners can improve with regular, calm practice. Step by step, fear turns into confidence. Small sentences grow into longer conversations. Your voice becomes clear, your pronunciation improves, and your English becomes natural. From freezing up to speaking freely, calm focus and practical exercises transform your English. By shadowing, slow repetition, self-recording, and daily practice, you can speak without stress and enjoy every conversation. Section 7. Vocabulary and grammar through mindful learning. Learning new words and grammar can feel overwhelming. Many learners try to memorize long lists of words or rules in one session. This is called chaotic memorization. It often feels tiring and discouraging. You may spend hours cramming, but a few days later the words are gone. Your grammar may feel confusing and sentences sound unnatural. This is normal when learning is not mindful. Mindful learning, on the other hand, makes vocabulary and grammar stick. It means studying with focus, calmness, and intention. Instead of memorizing 50 words in a row, you learn a few words in context. For example, read a short graded reader story. Anna goes to the market. She buys apples and bread. She talks to the shopkeeper politely. Here, you see words like market, apples, bread, and phrases like talks to the shopkeeper politely. You do not just memorize the words, you see them in action. This makes it easier to remember and use them in your own sentences. Mindful learning also helps with grammar. Instead of memorizing rules, notice patterns in stories and dialogues. For example, observe how verbs change in the present tense. She buys, and he goes. Seeing grammar in real examples is easier to understand and remember than isolated rules. Another powerful method is spaced repetition. Review words and grammar after a few hours, the next day, and again after a few days. This strengthens memory and reduces forgetting. You can use flashcards, apps, or a simple notebook. Journaling is another helpful tool. Write short sentences using new words and grammar. For example, I buy bread every morning, or she talks to her teacher politely. This connects learning to your own life, which makes it more meaningful. You can also associate words with emotions or daily routines. For example, remember excited by thinking about the last time you felt excited. Connect breakfast with your morning routine. These small connections help your brain store words longer. Contrast shows the difference clearly. Chaotic memorization leads to stress, forgetfulness, and frustration. Mindful learning leads to calm, steady progress and better recall. Even 5 focused minutes with a story or dialogue is more effective than an hour of cramming. Here is a simple daily exercise to try. Step 1. Choose one short story or dialogue. Step 2. Read slowly and underline new words and phrases. Step 3. Repeat sentences out loud, noticing pronunciation and grammar. Step 4. Write 3 of your own sentences using the new words. Step 5. Review them the next day and again after 2 days. Step 6. Celebrate small improvements, like remembering words or forming correct sentences. This method combines focus, repetition, and personal connection. It strengthens memory and builds confidence. Mindful learning also reduces anxiety. You no longer feel overwhelmed by long word lists or confusing rules. Instead, learning becomes calm, structured, and even enjoyable. Over time, your vocabulary grows naturally, and grammar patterns become familiar. Your speaking and writing improve because your brain already knows how to use the words correctly. Small, consistent practice is more powerful than random, chaotic effort. Combine mindful learning with calm focus, self-control, and regular practice from previous sections. Step by step, your English improves without stress. From chaotic memorization to mindful, contextual learning, you build a strong foundation for vocabulary and grammar. Every new word learned in context becomes a tool you can use in real life. Every grammar pattern noticed in a story becomes a rule you can apply naturally. This is how mindful learning transforms English from a challenge into a skill you can enjoy using every day. Section 8. Tracking progress and staying motivated. Many learners study English every day but feel like they are not improving. This happens when progress is not measured. Some learners just hope to get better, but hope alone is not enough. Without tracking, it is easy to feel stuck or discouraged. Imagine walking in a forest without a map. You move forward, but you do not know how far you have gone or if you are on the right path. Active tracking is like having a map. It shows your progress and guides your next steps. One simple method is a study log. Write down what you studied each day, listening, speaking, new words, or grammar. Include how long you practiced and what you achieved. Even a few lines help you see progress. For example, Monday, listened to a dialogue 3 times, learned 5 new words, spoke sentences aloud. After a week, you can look back and feel proud of what you accomplished. Another tool is audio recording. Record yourself speaking or reading dialogues once a week. Listen to previous recordings and notice improvements. You may hear that your pronunciation is clearer, sentences are longer, or you speak more confidently. This shows real progress, which builds motivation. Setting small, achievable goals is also important. Instead of aiming to speak perfectly, set a goal like, I will use 5 new words in a conversation today, or I will listen to 1 dialogue 3 times. These small goals are easy to achieve and give you quick wins. Celebrate small wins. Every new word remembered, every sentence spoken clearly, is progress. Do not wait until you are perfect to feel proud. Contrast helps understand motivation. Learners who only hope to improve often feel frustrated and quit. Learners who track their progress see clear results and feel encouraged to continue. You can also use visual reminders. Check off tasks on a calendar or use a sticker system for completed practice sessions. Seeing your effort build over time motivates your brain to continue. Burnout can happen when learners study too long without rest or without seeing progress. Tracking helps prevent burnout because you notice small steps forward and can plan breaks. Combine calm focus with tracking. When you study mindfully and track your work, every minute becomes meaningful. You see real improvement, not just effort. Here is a practical exercise to start today. Step 1. Choose one skill to focus on, like listening or speaking. Step 2. Set a small, achievable goal for today. Step 3. Study calmly and mindfully for a short session. Step 4. Write down what you did, how long you practiced, and one thing you learned. Step 5. If possible, record yourself speaking or reading. Step 6. Review your progress at the end of the week. Step 7. Celebrate improvements, even small ones. This process trains your mind to notice progress, not only mistakes. It also creates a habit of self-control and calm learning. Tracking progress makes learning visible and meaningful. You no longer feel lost or frustrated. Instead, you see your path clearly, step by step. You feel motivated to continue because you know that small, consistent effort brings real results. Over time, this habit of tracking and celebrating wins strengthens your confidence. You speak more, listen more, and remember more words. You can measure real improvement, which makes English practice rewarding and enjoyable. From hoping to improve to actively tracking your learning, you gain control, motivation, and confidence. Every day becomes a step forward, and every small win builds a stronger, calmer, and more confident English learner. Learning English can feel difficult, chaotic, and frustrating at times. Many learners start with scattered study, fear of mistakes, and slow progress. But this does not have to be your experience. When you apply calm, focused, and structured learning, everything changes. Chaotic study becomes calm practice. Fear of speaking turns into confidence. Frustration transforms into steady progress. We have explored many tools to help you reach this state. Mindset is important. Believing in growth lets you try more and fear less. A calm mind improves memory, listening, and speaking. Self-control techniques like time blocking, focused listening, mindfulness, and habit tracking make learning efficient. Active listening and slow, deliberate speaking strengthen comprehension and fluency. Mindful learning helps words and grammar stick naturally. Tracking progress shows real improvement and keeps motivation high. All of these steps work together. When you combine calm focus, growth mindset, and structured practice, English becomes easier and more enjoyable. Small, consistent efforts are more powerful than long, distracted hours. Even 5 to 15 minutes of mindful practice each day builds skill and confidence over time. Remember, mistakes are not failures. They are steps toward improvement. Celebrate every small win, whether it is remembering a new word, speaking a sentence clearly, or understanding a dialogue. Now it is your turn. This week, choose one area to practice: listening, speaking, vocabulary, or grammar. Use the techniques we discussed. Focus calmly, repeat slowly, record yourself, and track your progress. Notice how your mind, memory, and confidence improve. Even small changes make a big difference. English learning is a journey, not a race. Step by step, day by day, you move from chaos to clarity, from fear to confidence, and from frustration to real progress. Believe in yourself, practice with calm focus, and track your wins. Your English will improve faster than you expect. Start today, stay consistent, and watch how small efforts turn into lasting results. You have the tools, the mindset, and the plan. Now take action and see the difference in your listening, speaking, and overall confidence.